Hi, everybody. What's happening? What's going on? Hey, had a problem. So my first save of the college basketball 2024 game with Michigan, I realized after one full season that my coach was at 1% all the way down, up and down. And it turns out when I went back and watched the video, when I clicked maximum coach abilities, I clicked elite, but I missed it. And I clicked off the drop-down menu. So it left everything at ones. So my coach, Mish24 is what I'll call it. Oop, missed the M there. So my coach was 1% ability for everything. And the way I realized that was every single recruit that I called would not answer a question, not even one question. It was about 3 rounds before I realized this. 3 rounds of getting the phone slammed in my face, and you know how much I love that. And then I checked the coach settings, and I saw that my coach, me, was set at 1, which explains why I've been doing so poorly in 24. Well, not poorly. I was 17-14 in that season that you'll never see. So this is the full walkthrough of college basketball, Draft Day Sports, College Basketball 24 from Wolverine Studios. And you can follow as far into this as you want. I'm going to use the real scale this time. Brutal Recruiting Autosave League. You can follow this as deep as you want. I'm going to go until 25 comes out, I think. This is the save I'm going to do. If I ever get to the point where I'm just dominating, then maybe I'll start a new save. But it'd be hard to do a save and not be Michigan. Okay, Archie's back, but this time I'm not going to handcuff him. So this was all set to average. Player preference. I like the vets. I do like the vets. And I do like to rotate. I'm going to keep the pace up a little bit. Not going to crash the board so much. And we're going to be hard on defense. Not going to do the full court, but we are going to run a zone. Here's where I messed up. I'm going to make myself elite. This one here, I kind of clicked here, which left all these down. And as soon as the game started, this 85 went to 1. And I did a whole season and I was decent. So now here we are. Sorry, custom. So I'm going to make myself, why is my mouse doing that? I'm going to make myself a perfect coach. It's the only advantage I'm going to give myself. Other than me being Michigan. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating when that happens. I had recorded 4 or 5 videos of that save. I posted the one just because it shows the recruiting, and it's a helpful how-to video on how to recruit or how to not recruit, or this is one way of recruiting that you may do, but it's certainly not the only way. I doubt it's the best way. I'm not at that level. Got the new, well, not new. I've had that green screen there for quite a while. I just never use it. I have to use it now because of what's back there. But after this, I don't know if I will use it. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't like pulling it out. Man, we're starting over again. And listen, if you want to skip this video and go right to video number 2 because you've seen all this before, then go ahead. But it is going to be different. There's new recruits, a new roster. probably not going to be as good. I certainly don't have the players I had in the last one. And the ones I do have are leaving. Josh Barber is pretty much my only decent... Well, all three of my top three guards, all shooting guards, they're all leaving. I got a freshman who's not great. A small forward senior who's leaving. The one good thing is I have a lot of seniors that are leaving. Brian Cook is leaving. And Jared McCamey, he looks like he could be decent. And I have a freshman center. This is the nightmare scenario here. A freshman that's a half star, and you're going to have him for 4 years. I can't cut him. I have a walk-on that's better than him. Speaking of walk-ons, I'm going to cut this walk-on here. Maybe they'll give me a better one. All right, so for recruiting, I'm definitely going to need 2 shooting guards, maybe a point guard, 2 shooting guards and a point guard. Going to need a small forward, going to need a power forward. Would like a center. So I got a big shopping list this time around. But I do have some new tools because now I know how to recruit a little better. 120,000 is too much. Oh, before I do this, let me go to my staff. You can fire staff at the beginning of the game with no penalty. So let's see who I got. I don't hate these guys. Hey, these are the same coaches. This guy retired on me. He's 69. He retired last time. Hopefully he can stay. He's decent. I'm going to fire Howard Isley. Into the bin you go. Let's see who's available. Wait, what are you going to do? Cancel that. This coach is going to be my... This microphone's in my way. So Phil Martelli is definitely going to be my practice coach. Sadie Washington, he's decent at a lot of things. He's going to be my scout. And then the third assistant will be, I'm going to hire a new recruiting coach. So first things first, let's switch these guys around. Practice, scouting, recruiting. Save. All right, now back to the staff page. Oh, there is a back button, by the way, right here. It's really helpful. So it's a tremendous addition to the new game. So the best recruiter I can get is 65, but there's one who here is 58 in recruiting, but he's really good in all the other areas as well. I'm going to hire him instead for my third assistant. He wants $33,000 a year. He's not interested. Oh, I have this. Oh, these are the guys that are interested. They're not as good. But, do I go with a guy who's slightly worse in recruiting but a little better in everything else? Yeah, I do. So what does this guy want? He wants $21,000. Got it. That's the thing when you hire off this screen. There's no negotiation. He tells you what he wants, and then you give him or you don't give him. Strategy-wise, what have these guys been playing? What have they been? They've been playing the motion and the flex and the Princeton, which is good. I like the Princeton. We have some knowledge in the Princeton. This is good. Let me check my centers again because that's important. You need a center that can pass. I don't have that, but they can't really do much of anything, so I think that's not going to stop me from doing the Princeton. I might suffer for a little bit, but what is my back? I'm not going to do the flex. The flex, you really need good players. Ball handlers and passers of the ball. What do I have? Hey, not bad in the ball handling department. Passing a little bit low. Still, I think I'm going to do... I love how the strategy icon, by the way, are chess pieces. Are they chess pieces? They are. I just noticed that. I'm going to do the motion and the Princeton. So they know the motion a little bit better. And I don't really have a Princeton-style center. So I'm going to do 60-40 on that. Defense, there's no question what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a 1-3-1 zone. Oh, geez, I can't do it yet. I cannot do that yet. Look at this. Nobody knows anything. I'm going to run the defense they were running. How about that? They weren't even practicing any... Oh, my goodness. They weren't practicing any defensive sets at all. Look at that. Why do you do this to me? So we're going to run the 1-2-1-1 press, but we're going to practice the hell out of the one... Out of that, yeah. Okay. Practice. Let's clear whatever they were doing. Okay, the zone attacks. I don't have the practice time for you guys. I'm going to do 5%. 5%. I'm going to give the 1-2-1-1 press 15% for now, and I'm going to drop that to 10 immediately. That leaves me 75, and I got to practice 3 different things. No, I don't. I got to practice 2 things. I'm not going to practice the motion. I'm going to slowly phase that out. So the Princeton, they're pretty decent in already. I'll give 25 for that, and I am going to really push the 1-3-1 zone on these guys. All right, let's go to the budgeting. Back to the budgeting. AI wants me to spend $123,000. That leaves me with $100,000 for recruiting. That's way too much. I think I'm going to leave myself... By the way, you need more for recruiting now because the transfer portal is so expensive. So normally I'd be comfortable going in at like 50,000, but I think 70,000 is more. You know what? I'm going to split that in half. 62. I won't split it in half. I'll do 52 here, 69 for amenities. So I'll take 30,000 off of those budgets there. So I'm going to go in with 70,000 on recruiting. Expected to spend 60,000 on my facilities, and I spent 153,000. I'm being frugal on the recruiting so that I can build up the infrastructure a little bit. Leave a lasting legacy. After I get fired, you'll have better facilities for the next coach. Summer travel. Oh, I forgot about that. I spent so much on facilities. I still got to spend on travel. I got to go to these camps. I'm going to miss Houston and Vegas because of that spending spree. I probably still could have went to them, but then if I get 2 guys transferring out, then I'm in trouble because then I got to really spend some money in the transfer portal. I'm going to get a drink of water. I didn't even check if I was wearing any green. It'd be funny. I should just go head to toe in green turtleneck and gloves. It'd just be a floating head. We have reached the recruiting stage. Let's see what we got. I already forgot what I'm after, but I have a secret weapon this time. Pen and paper. Courtesy of my little boy who sits here and draws and then leaves paper conveniently for me to use for notes. One, two, three, four, 5. I have 5 players leaving, so 5 scholarships to give out. But I need to replace 2 shooting guards. I don't want to go one at each position because I can live with my power forward and I can live with the backup. So I'll do point guard, shooting guard, small forward, center, 2 shooting guards. Point guard, 2 shooting guards, small forward, and a center. I shouldn't have to write that down, but I'm old. And I know, oh! No! I clicked advanced. There should be a, are you sure? So I miss out on a week of recruiting right off the bat. That's good because it's a how not to. They're both the same. A how-to video and a how not to video. You learn the same things. It's time for the summer camps. All right, I didn't miss it. I got to get some people on my call list before those camps. Otherwise, you don't get any feedback. Interested recruits only. All right. We got some 5-star. There's a point guard. And I'll tell you right now, Rick Farmer, I haven't, without knowing anything about you, I'm coming at you hard. Marty Lyons, I think I'd go over him. He's 6'4", 217, but he's also 59th as opposed to 18th. I heard through the grapevine that the top 50 are one and dones, and below 50, they're more likely to stay 4 years, barring any transfers. Now, as I go down the list here, the shortcut buttons I'm using are C and W. C puts them on the call list, and W puts them on the watch list. You can also push H to host. I don't know if S is scout, but we'll see. See, by advancing before I made my watch list, I've missed out on hosting 3 recruits, which could be valuable. I've only got 41 on there, so I'm going to toss in a few that were not. Oh, this is only the Midwest. Let's go back then. Not go back to interested. Let's see what's available outside of our region. I would like to recruit only in the Midwest if I could. But I mean, if there are, like, look at this. There's some 5-star Texas guys that are cool on us. They're willing to listen to what we have to say. We got a Croatian, and that's 50. Now we're going to go to the call list. So I need a small forward. Mac Johnson, come on down. I don't need a power forward. I'm going to skip you, Keith Newton. Sorry, but you are 6'8". Possible center. Rick Farmer, come on down. Clifford Kim. Hold on a sec, Clifford Kim. I'm going to go down to Marty Lyons. He's local. He's in my region. And for scouting, let's see if S scouts them. No, it's not a shortcut, which is weird. And I'll scout Clifford Kim there. And I'm going to go to the back half of my list, and I'm going to watch film. Why do I watch from the bottom? Well, the top guys are going to camp like tomorrow, so I'm going to get preliminary ratings on all of them. These bottom guys, I won't. So I want to get everybody on my list, I want to have a rating on. So this is the fastest way to get it. I'm so nervous to click advance now because have I done everything? I haven't. Let me chat with some of these guys and see if they actually answer my questions now, because they weren't last time because my coach was so bad. Oh my God, it feels so good when they answer questions. I wasn't getting that before. I wasn't getting what I need. Oh my God, this is so great. After a whole year of, they stopped asking questions, and I got so frustrated, I stopped asking. I didn't even call recruits. Why would I call them if I know they're not going to give me any answers? It's just a waste of time. I think we have Indy done now. Yeah. Here is the top 5. Ralph Majerus. Where is he from? He's from Georgia. I don't have him on my list. Mac Johnston. He's from Texas. He is interested in us, and he was easily in the top 5. All these guys are top 5. So far, I have one. Keith Jackson, not on the list, from Florida, and Nick White from Nevada. So only one of those top 5s were actually interested in us. Just for kicks, let's go through here. Rick Farmer didn't stand out. Erwin Holloway, top 5. Shipley didn't stand out. I'm not going to cut anybody that didn't stand out at Indy. I've said this before. I'm not that good. So if you're the 70th best player at Indy, you're top 100. And I'm happy with top 100. Clifford Kim was top 10. All right. Next up is Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the camp that I find you get the most hidden gems. Did I not have any recruits at Vegas? I don't normally, so I'm not surprised that I didn't have any here. I'm just going to look at the top 5. What I'm looking for here are guys that were top 5, but they're ranked like 300, and you find that in Vegas. Not so much in the other camps, but in Vegas you will find that. There was one in the CBGM, and I thought I was the only one that saw him, but somebody else saw him. Somebody else saw him, and somebody else got him. Mitch McPherson is who I'm talking about. Houston Classic. Let's see if we... Actually, I got some work to do before we go and do that camp. Got to host. We're already behind. We can't be skipping any tasks. So I hosted 3, and I'm going to scout 3. And I'm going to watch the guys that don't have ratings. This time I'm going to go from the top because Indy's done. So these guys didn't go to Indy. And you can see their ranking there. So 131st ranked recruit, he wouldn't be at Indy, I wouldn't think. I'm sure you've all done that. It's such a bad feeling. June 26th, you hit advance before you've actually done any work. There's nothing you can do. You can't stop the advance once it's on. It's like a mudslide. Once it's coming, that's it. Nothing you can do. So Houston, all these guys were top 100 guys that made the top 5. So there's no secrets there. I'm not going to sneak in and swoop in and grab somebody who was under-recruited. Look at this list I got to go through. First, I'll go through the top 5 and see if I got them all on my list. MVP, Erwin Holloway. Good to know. William Dearman. Why don't I have you on my list? You're not interested in me at all. You're from Ohio. I wonder why you're not interested in me. You know what, William Dearman? Not interested in you. But Dickie Ryan, you have the name. You're from Michigan. Oh, yeah. Why aren't you on my list? Can I put you on there, or do I have 50? I got to check. I have 50. Let me go through here and see if I have any guys from Ohio I can get rid of. Oh, yeah. Michael Brown from Ohio. Yeah, you're gone. There's another guy right here. Rashawn Fortson. There we go. I don't hate Ohio. I know what you're thinking. Dickie Ryan, the center. You're now on my list. Your kiss is a... Okay, I'm going down to Owen Mann, top 5, 98th. He's already on my list. So he was top 5 at Chicago, ranked 98th. So he's moving up in my list. Jason Reese, same thing. Look at that. 458th overall, and he's top 5 at Chicago, my home camp. You're my guy, Jason Reese. I'm going to send you a text. I'm busy. Milwaukee. Just a couple of texts? Fine, what's up? Okay, I was going to ask about your interest level, but you obviously aren't interested. I'm going to have to win you over with a nice, delicious visit. How would you like that? You want to see the big house? Come on down then. Oh, where is he? I got to write him down. Crap. What was he, 98th or something like that? Owen Mann? Was that him? Yeah. Small forward, man. Keep him in my back pocket. Now I got to go through this email here. Now with Chicago, anybody that didn't stand out, gone. I know Irwin Holloway stood out. Shipley, he's decent. Okay, didn't stand out. Top 10 player, Jermaine Rice. Nice. Top 20. Top 20. Ted Karcher. Top 25. That's Owen Mann. We already know about him. Shin Jones. It's a cool name. Michael Brown. I already got rid of you. Steven Shepard, a top 5. A lot of guards here. Marvin Flint. Are you from Flint? No, you're from Duggar. Duggar, Illinois. So you can tell I don't rely solely on the camp data, but if you're bad at the camp, you're off my list. Now, that doesn't mean that, if you're decent and another guy was top 25, that I'm going to rank him above, because it's just one day, it's just one camp. But if you didn't stand out at the camp at Chicago, there's like 50 guys that outperformed you. It's unacceptable. I mean, if you're going to go to a camp and you're going to have 50, 70 guys outperform you, and just go to Ohio State. You ain't coming here. There's a lot of guys here. I'm going to have a lot of room on my watch list. A lot of didn't stand outs. Hey, there's a top 25, Chris McCaffrey, a center. Gaddison. I find if I don't say the name out loud, when I go back to the list, I don't know where I'm at. Perry, Lowell Perry. Charles Hankins. Oh, I like the name. Too bad you didn't stand out. Mike Vines. It's a good name. Sounds like a porn name. Mike Vines. Chris Reisinger. Bobby Alexander. John Monroe. Decent. He'll stay. Jermaine Johnson. I went to high school with Jermaine Johnson. Mark Giddens was decent. And not finally, we got 4 more now. I scrolled down and I found some hidden guys. What if these were the guys that were the diamonds in the rough? Chucky Branson. Nope. All right, what does that leave us with? It leaves me with 33 on my call list. So let's add some guys on here. Get my fingers on the CW there. Now, this is tough because I got rid of a lot of these people. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to add those people. I'm going to go full recruit list, all regions. And I'm going to add some of the higher guys that have no interest in us and try to schmooze them. Actually, let's go just Midwest, because at least I know these guys, even if they're not interested, they wouldn't mind jaunting over and having a little visit, like Rod Weeks. I'll put him on the list. If I had a guy with no interest from California, he ain't coming for a visit. So there's no point. I'm such a, what are they called? The people that look, oh, what's that person doing outside? I got my big window out there. Every time somebody walks by, I'm like, oh, what's up with that person? So nosy. All right, let's talk to some people. Rick Farmer's warm on us. Holloway, you performed really well at the camps. You win a nice text conversation with the head coach of Michigan. I'm going to ask you about playing time, prestige. I'm going to text you so much, I'm going to run out of minutes. Because I still buy those minutes. Remember buying minutes? Do you still do that? You had to buy minutes on your phone. Okay, so all our work is done. Let's advance ahead. I feel like all I've been doing is off-season stuff. Because I've had to start over twice now. And it is a little frustrating. So Rod Weeks, I can't host anybody yet. I think this is a dead period. I think that because it says dead right here. So judging by that, it's possible we are in a dead period. Let me go to my call list. I can still watch some film though. So because we didn't have any transfers out, we got a lot of money. So if there's a guy in Croatia or Italy, I'm hosting him, visiting him twice. I will spare no expense to make the conference tournament this year. That's how bad I've been. I'm hoping to make the conference tournament. It's a tournament that everybody makes. Memphis Summit. I had 2 interested parties go there. And guess what? Eric Elliott did not stand out. From Greenbrier, Arkansas. And Lou Masco from Rome, Georgia. Easily in the top 5. Easily in the top 5. He's not interested in us as of yet, but he is interested in a visit. So that's good. Let's look at the top 5. Ralph Majerus. I recognize the name. Why do I recognize the name? Why were you on my list and you got taken off? Well, I'll tell you right now, you got offers from Kentucky, Florida, Duke, Wisconsin, Carolina. You ain't coming to Michigan, bro. Terrence Tucker, he's got lots of offers also. Lou Masco, I know that name. Tennessee and Auburn are after you, and you're from Georgia. You're from Rome, Georgia. Wait a second. I think I just looked at you. That's how bad my memory is. I just looked at him. Here's a guy from Plant City, Florida, Derek Davis. He's visited Duke, Illinois, and Clemson, but he hasn't got an offer. We'll host. And then Mace Asbury. He's got an offer from LSU. He's from Louisiana. So I don't think that that's going to work for us. But Derek Davis. And I believe he was, number 37? Yeah, 37. I'm writing down these guys because I've added them to my call list, but I have no information on the camp. But I know he was top 5. But because he wasn't on the call list at the time of the camp, it's not going to show here. And there's no way to add notes. So, well, there is a way to add notes. That's what I'm doing. I will leave no stone unturned. But I'll tell you what, from the first video I made to now, my knowledge of the game has really increased. I didn't know what I was doing when I started. Okay, going to recruits. Do we have any work to do? It's an evaluation period. We can host and we can scout. Who are you, William Dearman? With little interest and offers from Butler and Dayton. Get off my list. Erwin Holloway, I've hosted you, but you still do not have any interest. I'm going to scout you as well. And Rick Farmer, I'm going to scout you. That's a point guard and a shooting guard. I need 2 shooting guards. So where was my other guy there? Brandon King? No interest? Xavier, Dayton, and Butler. You're kind of local. So you'll come and I'll scout you. And I'll text you and we'll talk. Oh, lose my number. You son of a... I should have texted him before. I'm coming out to see you, Brandon King. It's going to be a whole different conversation now, I'll tell you that. Lose my number. That is the most disrespectful thing you can say. I am an old man. You don't speak to me like that. Lose my number. Jermaine Rice. Top 10 at Chicago. I like you, Jermaine Rice. Come to Michigan. Look at this, answering my questions. What a respectful young gentleman. He's from Ohio. He's tricking me. There's no way he's coming. He's just tricking me to waste my time. He was sent by Ohio State to do just that. And guess what? He did. He wasted 1 visit. And I don't have that many visits to give out. He's going to come to campus and X out all the M's. Oh no. All right, 28th of July, we have the Big Apple Showcase, and then that will be it. I have 2 waters here. Which one was I drinking? Hold on, I got to stop the tape and look at the video to see which of these waters was mine, because I don't want to drink from my son's water. I just took a chance. Big Apple. Did we have any recruits go to the Big Apple? Yeah, we had Andrew Boxler. That's a hard name for me to say. Boxler. Top 20. Okay. Seton Hall and Villanova are after him. He's from New Hampshire. I don't have much of a chance with this guy. The locals are after him. Oh no, it's the locals. This guy is being chased. Marco Smith. Virginia's after him. He's a local. Jeffrey Leonard. Remember him? The flap down? Jeffrey Leonard? No? Well, right now, nobody's after Jeffrey Leonard. I'm going to throw him on the list. Thomas Potter. He's from Massachusetts. And Virginia's after him. So not very many schools in the Northeast. Villanova, but he wants to go south. He's tired of the cold weather. He's from St. Bernard's Central Catholic School. A lot of dogs come out of that school. And Deshaun Johnson, he's got an offer from Wake, which is in North Carolina. I know in a previous video I said I didn't know where Wake was, but I looked it up. He's from Maryland. I don't have any scouting information on him. I think I can beat Wake to this guy. I'm starting off from behind. But I mean, it's Wake Forest. I don't know anything about Wake Forest. They had a court storming incident where they hurt Kyle Filipowski for a few minutes, and then he miraculously recovered. I'm going to do things a little differently this time. I'm not going to just jump the gun and offer a bunch of scholarships right off the bat. I'm going to wait till the end of August, let the other schools move in, and then I want to see who's offering what, because I don't like to pull offers. But if I offer a guy and then the next day, here comes Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, and they all throw him offers, I'm out. I'm no chicken, but I mean, you got to play your cards right. Ideally, I would like to get 5 guys between 50 and 100 to come. Then I know they're going to be 4-year guys. But when you got those 5 stars interested and they're staring you in the face, how do you not go after them? Especially when you're the only school so far that is interested. I'm missing a lot of work here. Who am I going to try and woo? I didn't write that last guy down. Where's Derek Davis? He was 37th, and I got 98. A guy named Man. A man named Man. Oh, now he's up to 94. Still no offers. We're going to host him. And then Derek Davis, he's a little higher. He was 37th. He's no longer on my list. Why is he no longer on my list? Oh, I think he had a bunch of guys after him. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go down the list, starting from the top. And I'm going to try and get guys that are under-recruited. Michigan State's after my boy. No, Michigan State. I'm not on his list right now. You've come to visit me, man. Holloway, Michigan State's on there too. What's going on with Michigan State? It's enough of this. Enough, Michigan State. Rod Weeks, he's got no interest in us at all. And I can't say that I'm interested in him either. Jason Shipley, Cincinnati and Ohio State, but he's from Chicago. Do I have a shot? I'm going to hold off. Dwayne Harmon's a power forward. I don't need a power forward. So I guess that's that. Tyler Jordy. He's from Indiana. He has an offer from Indiana. I like that. We're going to skip him for now. Brandon King. Okay, he has no offers. He's from Illinois. I think this guy told me to lose his number. Okay, and then I hosted him, and now all of a sudden, he's like, hey, coach, what's up? I'll tell you what's up. The next time I call you and you tell me to lose my number, I'm going to smack that goatee right off your face. There. Felt better. Now we can talk. Okay, Brandon King. I think that you're going to get your first offer here. Should I? I'm going to wait. You got a lot of schools ahead of me. You got to change up that interest list. Big time. Jermaine Rice, top 10 at Chicago. Yeah. Point guard, Jermaine Rice. I'm going to offer him. I mean, I know I said I was going to wait till August 20, the end of August, but it's the 21st. We got a guy here, Eric Stevenson from Butler. Or he's got an offer from Butler. He's from Illinois. Top 25 at Chicago. Didn't stand out at Indy. It's a possibility. Let me go position by position now. It'll be a lot easier. So I've already offered a point guard. I've offered Jermaine Rice. Ted Clark, what's up with you? No, you have too many offers for someone as low. Someone of your standing. Ooh, Jason Reese. Nobody else. This is what I look for right here. Come on down. Jason Reese. We're going to write that down. Point guard. I think I got him already. Recruited himself. And then Marvin Crenshaw. Yeah, he's got us up at the top too. Why is he on the list? He was decent at Chicago. Why are you on the list? He's 436th. That's a weird one. We'll keep him there. Shooting guard. I need two of these babies. Holloway. He's got a lot of guys after him, but no offers. Just text him and say, hey, what's up, man? Remember me? I asked you about Prestige a couple of weeks ago. I'm back to ask you about facilities. See you later. Brandon King. Yeah, this is the guy. I've got to work on that demeanor there. I'm hosting him this run, so let's see. Okay, we got Steven Shepard from Marquette. He's got an offer from Marquette. Top 10 at Chicago. Shooting guard. I don't know. Let me do a quick scan. I like the guys that are A in shooting, but I also like at least a B in defense. And this guy steals. He's got defense. I'm going to go hard on this guy. Marquette, move over. And I'll tell you what, I'll even offer him. So I've offered Shepard. So I need one more shooting guard. Who's next down on the list? He's 174th overall. I don't know if I want to go that low. From here on out, I need a good camp. I like a good camp. BB Lee, decent. Okay, we're going to move on for now to small forward. Where's my guy, Man? Here he is. He's second on my list. Let's check out Eric Stevenson first. He's got an offer from Butler. He's top 25 at Chicago. And then Man was decent at Indy, top 5 at Chicago. So he's better. Where's his defense? C+. Scoring is A-. Yeah, okay. I'm going to offer you. My man. And beyond him, they're in the 200s. So hopefully I don't have to go down there. And then finally, we're going to do the center position. I don't really have any notes for center. So Tyler Jordy, Indiana, I might have to try and pry you away from your home state. He started out with very little interest in us. Right now, he's only cool on us, but we haven't hosted him yet. So I think in the next round, I'm going to host all 3 of these centers. Let's watch some more film on them. Right now, I'm looking at Ted Karcher. I need a good passing center. Had some more people walking by. Like a little dog. Who's that? Oh, whenever I click advance, I always have to take a moment now. Because you saw what happened earlier. Excuse me for one moment. Okay, I had a moment there where I thought, did I do it again? But no, I didn't. Shepard, unreal visit. Jason Reese, it was nice considering you're from Max Home, but you've only got me after you, so I think you should consider it. I have 2 more scholarships to give out. I need to give it out to a shooting guard and a center. But I can always go point guard and a center. And I'm looking right at you, Jason Reese. Do I have any camp data on him? know. He's just a guy. I got to watch as much film on this guy as I can because I don't have any camp data on him. So I said what? I was going to host centers. So Ted Karcher, Jordy. Is Dickie Ryan any good? Was he... very clear. Was he top 5 at any camps? I'm going to go to... he would have been at Chicago. Why was I so high on him? Just because of his name? I mean, I do like the name, but... Yeah, he was top 5. Thank God, because... Oh, I offered him. Okay, well... It is what it is. Might as well ask you some questions, right? Number 1 on his list. Okay, I'm happy. If I get him as a center, I'm happy. I'm happy pappy. Now I need one more guard. Dickie Ryan as a center. I need one more shooting guard. But I'm going to go just guards because I don't mind playing a point guard at shooting guard. So Jermaine Rice and Shepard are both my... So Holloway doesn't have any offers yet. He's warm on us. Do you think I jump ahead if I offer him a scholarship or no? I'm going to wait for the visits. I'll wait for the visits. Do I have any more work to do? I can watch 7 more people. Let's watch these top guys. And did I watch Reese already? I'll save one for him. I think I watched him already. Where is he? Jason. Yeah, I watched him. Okay. So we got about 10 minutes left. I should be able to get all my guys before 10 minutes is up. And then we'll start the season. And now that I have a decent coach, me, maybe, because I'll tell you, the seasons I went through, it just wasn't happening. And I didn't know why. But now I do know why. Because I messed up from the beginning. I sabotaged myself. Here I'm just going to try. Oh, you know what? It's September 4th. Let's see if any of those top guys are not being recruited by the big dogs, by the blue bloods. Is Michigan a blue blood? I don't think so. Not in basketball. We do have a national championship. Let's just go down the list. So that's a note to Keith Jackson. Oh, let me tell you about Keith Jackson, Nick White. So all these guys. Oh, here, Connecticut. So I'm not chasing after anybody that UConn's going after. Oh, back up. I already know about Rick Farmer. I would love Rick Farmer. I'm going to visit Rick Farmer. I'm going to put him on my list of visits. Farmer. Oh, Erwin Holloway. Still no offers, eh? Maybe you should reconsider Michigan. Brian Mack. I can't visit. I can only visit 4, and I got some guys I have offers that have interest that I got to visit. So I'm going to have to make some choices. Timmy Mitchell. You're from California, though. Be expensive. Let's go back for a second. There. So the guys with no offers, I'm just, at the very least, I'm going to, oh, shoot. I'm going to add them to my call list. All right. Who am I going to watch film on now? So this next advance will take us to September 11th. And with September 11th comes the home visits. And it's also early decision time. So we might get some decisions. Now it shows a pop-up there or there. I don't know if it's reversed, but I'm in the bottom left corner of your screen, but I'm pointing at the top right of your screen. So we had no early decisions from our guys. So I got a list of people that need to be visited, but the priority is people that I've offered that I might need to tip the scales on. So Jermaine Rice, my point guard, I'm going to visit you and I'm going to pitch location because you're from Ohio. So I'm going to show you what Michigan has to offer. I'm going to tell you about the UP. Do you know what the UP is? It's very nice. We have the Ford Museum. Canada is right there. If you want to get to Canada from Ohio, you got to come through Michigan. But if you're already going to school in Michigan, it's right there for you. Owen Mann, you're already hot on us, and nobody else has any offers. I think I'm going to save a visit on this one. Stephen Shepard. 1 second. No, I'll finish this, then I'll call her back. What time is it? Okay, I'm back. Had a phone call. Funny story. I just went out to the meat store and I bought, I don't know, I've talked about this before, the chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I bought like 4 cases of them. And I bought chicken breasts and all this good stuff. It's a really cool meat store. Anyway, it's been in the back seat of the Jeep in the driveway for the whole time I've been recording. I completely forgot about it. Anyway, it's still fine. It's in the freezer now. Stephen Shepard, I'm going to visit him because Marquette's after him as well. And they're a little closer. Marquette is in Milwaukee, and this guy is from Wisconsin. So it's going to be a tough battle to get him, but I'm going to pitch location. I don't know what it means because he's a hometown boy. Dickie Ryan, I wasn't going to visit you, but now that Ohio State has gotten, you can't take a Michigan guy. You know why they're doing that? Because I chased after an Ohio guy. Well, this guy is definitely getting visited. I wish you could call him and talk smack about the other teams. Anyway, that just leaves me with only 1 visit left, and I have 3 people on my list that I want to visit. Farmer, Holloway, and Mack. So I didn't think I had a chance with Brick Farmer. But he is warm to us, but he's hot on Michigan State. What about Holloway? Yeah, he doesn't have any offers, so let's go school prestige on him, and we'll offer him. And we'll text him one last time. Okay, and now I have to give away 3 visits. Who would like a visit? How about Timmy Mitchell there? Come on down, Timmy Mitchell. Derek Davis just popped up back on my list. Wesley Curry. He's already been visited. Jason Shipley's a power forward. Jeffrey Leonard. There we go. Towards the end, you can tell I click on people just to get rid of the watch film. I don't like to not use them, but I don't know how much stock I put in them. Not very much, apparently. We got 2 decisions. Don't look. I didn't look, and I can just go in later and block them out. But I won't, because that's work. Jermaine Rice. He is the point guard. So this is one of the best new features of the game. You can watch his decision. So you got Michigan, Xavier, Dayton, Butler, and Indiana. So he's staying in the Midwest. Xavier in the Big East, Butler in the... Come on, Big East. Should be a big Midwest. Here we go. So they'll disappear one by one until there's only one left. Till only the M remains. Dayton ain't getting them. Come on. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Michigan. We got our point guard. That's a big one. And Steven Shepard. He's a shooting guard. That's a big need for us. I wasn't sure about him. I think he was the guy. He's the Wisconsin guy. So Marquette. It's going to be Michigan or Marquette, I think, here. What is that? Is it an Afghan Hound? What school is that? Kent, Golden Flashes, and Notre Dame. So the dog school is out. Kent is out. Notre Dame should be next. Now here it is. Who's it going to be? Oh, yeah. I think I'm like 11 for 12 watching these decisions. That's good. That's good news. That visit really tipped the scales. We have the schedule out. Let's have a look at the updated. So there we have Jermaine Rice. He was 70, which is perfect. He's a 4-year guy. Perfect. And Steven Shepard, he was 145. Awesome. They're B+ in scoring, and they got a good outside shots, both of them. Jermaine Rice has a good handle. He's actually a point guard, but I can play him at shooting guard if I need. His defense is good. Shepard's defense is good. These are 2 quality signings. I'm so happy. Now back to the call and the watch list. We have 3 more guys to give out. Look at Michigan State. They got 2 of our top 3 guys. Rick Farmer. This is me scratching Rick Farmer's name off the list. Michigan State. Why? So Holloway, he's still available, and Mack is still available. Those are my 2 backups. Actually, Holloway's not a backup. I actually offered him a scholarship, and we're the only ones so far. We're going to visit him again. This time we're going to pitch playing time. Oh, I didn't visit him before. I should have pitched Prestige, but I thought I had already done that. Okay. Mac, are you available? Yes, you're available. What's your situation? You have no offers. Well, answer some of my questions. You might get an offer. He doesn't. I hate these kind of. They don't like anything. So I'm not pitching location. I'll pitch Prestige because, we're kind of in line with these guys. I don't want to pitch playing time and then have him sit on the bench if he shows up as a half-star guy. That's it. So I might as well go to my 3 offers here. Holloway. So you got a visit already. Enjoy it. Owen Mann, now's your time to make up your mind. We're going to finish getting the information off you. This is your final what do they call it when you're looking for a job and your reference check? What do we got? We got something here. You're a Michigan guy. You love location. Guess what I'm going to talk about? Location. And Dickie Ryan, my boy, Dickie, another Michigan guy. We've passed Ohio State in his interest list. I think that we got him. I think we got our guys. I really do. I'm very confident. As confident as I was going into the first recruiting bonanza of CBGM for me. The one where I walked away empty-handed. But man, that was fun. It's really fun. I'm just looking for a guy to host. I guess $25,000 to waste. I feel like I'm going to be hosting and scouting long into the season to get that money. I don't like having money left over. That's not a good thing. All right, let's go. Actually, let's check the schedule. Oh, we play against the University of Tennessee, Martin Skyhawks, to lead off the season. Drake, who just qualified for the tournament, beating Indiana State. That was a good game. That was a really good game. Villanova, Memphis, the Gauchos, UMass is really falling off. They made a bad move basketball-wise, going to the MAC. They're moving to the MAC. I don't know if you heard. Football rules, man. Everything is lives and dies by football. What I think that move is, obviously it's football related to improve their football program. And I think they're thinking that once they get to a certain level with the football, they can then jump to an even bigger conference that will help their football and their basketball. So I think it's a stepping stone move, but who knows with all this crazy conference movement. We have 3 more decisions, and then I think we're going to shut her down. So first one here, Mac. He's got a lot of Big Ten there. Kent Golden Flashes. Why do they keep sticking their nose? You're not getting them, Kent. You just want attention. That's why. You just want people to see your logo. What is a Golden Flash? Goes off right away. Right away. Oh, there it is. The cage match here. Oh, yeah. That was so sweet. I don't even care about the player. The last 3 were us, Michigan State, and Ohio State. And we walked away with the player, with the prize. Dickie Ryan. Oh, I thought that was a different player, but no, it was Dickie Ryan. Why were they even in for him? I found Dickie Ryan. Here's Erwin Holloway. This is a big one. This is a big one. I think he's the highest rated player I went after this year. We got Oklahoma, Ohio State, Carolina, Tennessee, OU and OSU and UNC and UT. Oh, good. At least we didn't lose to Ohio State. UNC. I don't lose those very often, but that opens the door. We have some other guys to put in there. Owen Mann. We got to get him, right? Was anybody else even in for him? Ohio State. They see us go for a player and then they just stick their nose in. It's like their recruiter is following our guys because they don't have anything themselves. They don't have any scouts. They can't find players themselves. Okay, Marquette, Butler. Ohio State's gone. Get out of here, Ohio State. Oh, Marquette, this is the guy. We got him. 4 out of 5. Yeah, baby. That's right. So now, what do we need? Okay, we got all these home visits, blah, blah, blah. Let's check the ranks. We got to be tops in the Big Ten, right? We're only 4th. Look at Michigan State with 3 5-star guys. Oh, my gosh, they're going to be tough. 5 5-stars went to the Big Ten, and they went to 2 teams. Here I am celebrating Dickie Ryan. And they got 3 5-star guys. So we got a center, point guard, shooting guard, and a small forward. I can take either a shooting guard or a point guard at this point. And that will fill all my needs. So who's it going to be? We have Wesley, Curry, King. Where's Matt? Where's Mac? Is he gone? Yeah, Mac went to Baylor. So now we're at guys that we haven't even really put a lot of work in. I know this guy's from California, but I am going to visit him in pitch location. I should have done this before, but I could have pitched playing time, I guess. Brandon King. Okay. We've had a love-hate relationship with this guy for the whole recruiting cycle. He's from Illinois. I can pitch location to him. Yeah, this is the guy that told me to lose his number, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. BB Lee, we're getting down on the list here. We haven't even hosted this guy. It's as far as I want to go. Let's go full recruit list and see if we can snatch another guy that's not interested in us. Either way, I'm happy. I'm happy because we've had a good class. Nate Allen. We're gonna jump right in and watch him and schedule a visit for him. And we're gonna. Oh, he's busy, right? We are going to. I'm coming right to your house, bro. What do you like? Not much of anything. Well, how about a little playing time? That can't hurt. Nate Allen. Okay, we have one. We got to host one more guy. It's going to be gross, and we got to watch him, see if he's any good. I'm going to watch all these guys here. We're in desperation mode for that last spot. I'll tell you, the notes really came in handy. Really came in handy. A lot less jumping around to try and remember. Take notes. That's the number one tip I can give you. Take notes. I'm a pen and paper guy. I'm not a phone note guy. What's going on here? Inbox. We have 8. No decisions. Practice begins. Okay, well, I've already set the practice, but I want to just make sure. Yeah, I've set that. That's how I want it. Oh, we have one scholarship, so that means... Oh, no, we didn't offer it. We didn't offer it last time. Wow, all these guys are going. Martin Abbott from England. I'm at the point now where, oh, he's coming from England. Oh, we got an Englishman coming. Well, I guess he's going to fly into Detroit and someone's going to... Englishmen don't talk like that. I'm just going to pitch him nothing. I'm just going to take the trip to England. And my pitch is going to be, look, you're the last guy, really. That's my pitch. There was no, everyone else we liked better didn't want to come. Brandon King's going to get this scholarship offer. Larry Hopper. Lose my number. Still coming to your house. That's how desperate I am. It doesn't even bother me. Doesn't sway me. Tank it, but Basichki. Oh, I got to get this guy. Do you want me to lose your number? Yeah. What's up? I'll tell you what, once I get to 200, I'm going to keep this scholarship in my pocket. Or maybe I'll go like a different position. This is a long video, I know. It's a long video to get back to just where we were in the last video. You know, just to save time, I'm going to click only available players. Did you hear that? That was like one of those inside burps. Vernon Frost. All right. It's getting to the point in the season where if the player hasn't made up his mind, it just drags on. I'm not worried about it. I can grab another guard in the transfer portal. So it looks like, what's his name there? Brandon King's made his decision. Let's have a look. So he's got Tennessee, Kansas, San Diego State, and Ohio State. Can't really go wrong with any of those teams, but you can really go right if you choose the big M there. Okay? And we're going to have a talk. If you don't, I'm going to talk to you about what you said to me on the phone. I've been nice because I've been trying to get you, but if you don't, if you go somewhere else, then we're in the same building. I'm here. Yeah, I scared him. He got scared. He changed his mind last minute because of what I said. Sometimes you got to threaten these kids, you know. All right, so we're done. We are done recruiting. Let's check out the recruit ranks. So he was a 4-star guy. Yeah, 3rd. I'm okay with that. Look at that. I needed 2 shooting guards, a point guard, a small forward, and a center. And I got them all. They're all 4-star guys, and the only one that isn't, he had a really good camp. Dickie Ryan, and he's got the name. I'm not passing that name up. So, where's the preseason poll? That's it. You can look at the preseason number 1, Kansas, the usual suspects there. We're done. Thanks for sticking around for another first video. I promise this is all set. We are going to go ahead with this. We're not changing games. We're not having any mistakes. This is it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys shortly.